We start tonight with the news out of Janesville, where two men in their 20s were pulled from a pond this afternoon. Janesville Fire and Town of Beloit Fire responded to the call, reporting two subjects in the water near Indian Lake Road around 2:30. Janesville officials tell us they took the men to Mercy Hospital in Janesville, but they can't comment on their condition right now. We're working to learn more, and we'll have an update tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Today, Madison joined a national movement protesting evictions and foreclosures. This comes just one day after the eviction ban created by the CARES Act expired, putting millions of people at risk of losing their homes as the pandemic continues. Jamie Perez joins us now and shares what this group is fighting for. Jamie?
A lot of them said that these issues of racial disparities and the growing issue of evictions kind of go hand in hand, and that's why dozens of people stood outside the Capitol this afternoon to try to help keep people in their homes.
We have a lot of problems in America right now, and anyone standing up to address any of them is doing the right thing.
Matthew Westfall joined a group of peaceful protesters outside the Capitol who are all fighting to keep people in their homes. Mary Cray said she's fighting for the same thing, especially as she sees it become more of a problem in her own neighborhood.
Today, or actually I think yesterday, was the end of the extra supports for unemployed people. And I think it's really a disaster.
Going hand in hand with the national movement against racism and disparities faced by the Black and brown community,
people of color will be affected more severely by that. So I'm showing solidarity with people of color.
This is something many of them say they don't need to experience firsthand to want to stand out here and fight for.
I live in a area of town where I think many people are, and so I'm coming out here to support my neighbors.
According to a survey by Apartment List, nearly 1/3 of Americans did not make their full rent for July, and millions more could be at risk of missing out on future payments as unemployment benefits start to expire. Now, even though Sylvan Bockybear also isn't facing this problem herself, she said she understands.
The toll that not having a home takes on someone in the middle of a pandemic.
In a pandemic when people are being told to stay home and a growing number of people won't have a home to stay, this group is pushing for an end to evictions and the racial disparities that come with it.
No one should be without a house. That's not how we take care of each other.
Now, these protesters say that they want some sort of security blanket in place for those who are facing evictions at a local and a federal level.
Jamie Perez reporting for us tonight. Thank you so much, Jamie. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton. It is heating up this weekend.
It really is. It's a little muggy outside right now. Temperatures this afternoon reaching the low 90s for some areas. Right now in downtown Madison, we have a bit of a hazy sky for some of the area. Other areas getting mostly sunny skies. This is a look with our Edgewater sky cam. Those heat index readings have really been creeping up. We're at 87 degrees right now in Madison, but it feels like 94 degrees. Because of that humidity, we do have some isolated showers, it looks like, up towards the La Crosse area. Otherwise, it should stay pretty dry tonight. Some of the beaches are closed. You just definitely want to double check before you head out to the water. Being on the water, though, might be a good idea to stay cool this afternoon and evening and for early tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another hot and humid day, but we will have the chance for scattered showers and storms to develop later in the evening. Highs will be close to 90, and we are expecting heat index readings close to 100. But thankfully, that's only for Sunday. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. Turning to our coronavirus headlines, one day after topping 1,100 cases for the first time during the pandemic, Wisconsin adds another 950 cases to its all-time total. According to combined data from DHS and county dashboards, 953 more people have tested positive for the virus. Right now, DHS has not released its percent of positive tests over the past 24 hours, but officials are reporting 13 additional deaths due to complications of the virus. About 20% of the state's 47,000 cases are still active. Florida now has more coronavirus cases than the state of New York. New York City was once considered the epicenter of the pandemic in the U.S., but now, according to reports from Florida's public health agency, the state has more than 414,000 coronavirus cases. The numbers include residents and non-residents who have been diagnosed in the state. California leads the nation with the most cases, 435,000. The FDA has authorized a COVID-19 test that can be used on anyone, those without symptoms, and on more than one person at a time. They issued an emergency use authorization yesterday for the LabCorp test. after it proved it could detect the virus in asymptomatic people. The company can also test pooled samples of up to 5 swabs at a time, saving time and resources. The FDA says this broad screening could be a game changer in reopening schools and businesses. Right now, the test is only available through a prescription. A weekend-long celebration honoring the late Congressman and civil rights icon John Lewis begins this weekend. Today, memorial services took place in Troy and Selma, Alabama. Daryl Forges says a closer look at the emotional farewell.
Celebrating the life and legacy of the boy from Troy. On Saturday, the first of 6 days honoring the late Congressman John Lewis began. His birthplace, Troy, Alabama, paying tribute to the towering figure of the civil rights movement.
Congressman Lewis has come home.
At Troy University, family, friends, and the public said their final farewells. The auditorium only allowing a limited number of people inside to maintain safe social distancing measures. Lewis died last week at the age of 80 after a short battle with cancer.
His last word was, "How's the family doing?" And I said, "They're doing fine." He said, "Well, you make sure to tell them that I asked about him."
Tributes taking place this week in 5 cities linked with key moments in the congressman's life, including Selma, Alabama, where a military honor guard will escort Lewis's body across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the same bridge where Lewis helped lead a march for black voting rights in 1965 and was brutally beaten by Alabama state troopers, an event that came to be known as Bloody Sunday.
In a time when going to jail was perceived as trouble, he reminded us that it was good trouble, necessary trouble.
The public will also get to pay their respects when he lies in state in Montgomery, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta, Georgia, which Lewis represented in Congress for more than 3 decades.
Congressman John Lewis was my uncle and my hero, and it's up to us to keep his legacy alive.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
Lewis will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda Monday and Tuesday. That will be open to the public. More local news now. A 48-year-old is dead after a motorcycle crash in Middleton this morning. Middleton police say the motorcyclist and another vehicle crashed in the 6200 block of Century Avenue shortly before 10 o'clock. Officials say the accident is still under investigation and they will release more information later. Union Center in Juneau County is asking people who live there not to drink their water. The village says someone may have tampered with the water reservoir and the water could be contaminated. In a letter on the village's Facebook page, the village president says they will test the water early next week. Until then, residents can pick up cases of water at the fire station. One man is in custody after allegedly stealing electronics, a purse, and a BMW from a home on Madison's west side early yesterday morning. Police say James Cook was arrested and booked into the Dane County Jail for operating a vehicle without consent and resisting arrest. 2 juveniles were also arrested and taken to the Juvenile Reception Center. Officials say all 3 have a history of stealing cars. The burglary happened yesterday at home on Council Crest between Odana Road and Nakoma Park. A neighbor called 911 after they reportedly saw 2 or 3 young men drive off in the stolen car. The homeowners say they accidentally left the garage door open. It's officially 1 year since President Trump's phone call with the Ukrainian president. That's the call that led to Trump's impeachment trial early this year. This morning, Alexander Vindman tweeted that he's certain he, quote, did his duty as a key witness in Trump's impeachment inquiry. The inquiry started after an anonymous whistleblower alleged Trump sought election help from Ukraine's president. The Senate ultimately voted to acquit Trump on 2 articles of impeachment. Vindman retired from the U.S. Army earlier this month after he determined his future in the armed forces would, quote, forever be limited due to political retaliation by the president. Legendary television personality Regis Philbin has died at the age of 88. Philbin spent decades on morning TV and hosted the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He also co-hosted his live morning show with Kathy Lee Gifford and Kelly Ripa. His family says he died of natural causes yesterday, just a month before his 89th birthday. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, why a group of musicians is braving the heat to perform on their ukuleles, and the good cause they're doing it for.
This time tomorrow, where will we be?
are better than daydreams. Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV. Visit your local Lexus dealer in person or online for exceptional offers at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I'm here.
Auntie's here.
Hey, Mom and Dad here. Shall we begin?
Together, nothing can keep us apart. That's why U.S. Cellular is building powerful 5G coverage that works inside and out. And now, get $700 off the latest phones. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The math is pretty simple during the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save 15% when you purchase any Denver Mattress Value Line mattress and Sleep Essentials package. Or save 10 to 15% on the Casper Bed-in-a-Box lineup. Choose between the Casper Original, Wave, or Nova. Plus, get free shipping right to your doorstep. And check out the Summit Queen, only $199.99, and 4 years, no interest financing. The back-to-school sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Flags are flying at half-staff in Wisconsin today in honor of Army Corporal Francis J. Roken. The Korean War soldier's remains were recently identified by the Department of Defense 70 years after his death. The Superior native is being buried with full military honors today in Foxborough. In a statement yesterday, Governor Evers offered his condolences to Roken's family and recognized his, quote, brave sacrifice to our nation. The annual sidewalk sale returned to Monroe Street today, both in person and online. Shops say they usually expect thousands of people, but today, COVID precautions were in place for in-person shoppers, including masks and occupancy limits inside stores. One store owner says she understands some shoppers are more comfortable shopping from the comfort of their home right now, saying most of her sales today came online.
It's kind of a catch-22 that we would love to have more people in store, but we're glad that people are still taking precautions and doing what they're comfortable doing, and then, you know, what recommendations are city, state, and countrywide.
Anderson says if there is one bright spot for more online sales this year, it's international sales, where she says she's seen an increase in recent months. A group of musicians in Middleton is using their talents for a good cause. The Wana Strummers spent the morning playing their ukuleles outside of a Pick and Save to raise funds for the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. This year's Red Kettle campaign in Dane County still doesn't kick off for a few more months, but group members say they love being able to meet new people while supporting a good cause.
The friendships that we've made keeps us coming back. We pretty much don't socialize otherwise except through our ukuleles, and so we've made new friends, and it's just been great. The
Wana Strummers typically play as a larger group at the Wanakee Senior Center, but haven't been able to perform lately due to the pandemic. They say they look forward to playing at the center soon and always welcome new members to join. There's more on News 3 Now at 6. We'll show you how a small Madison market celebrated its final day of business today. Plus more heat and humidity in the forecast for Sunday. Dana's back with your First Warn forecast coming up next.
Let's face it, dark stains and algae buildup can rapidly age a roof. But Mad City Roofing has the solution with our high-performance premium roofing systems. We're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Get durable roofing with Scotchguard protection to prevent stains and streaks for long-lasting beauty. Lots of colors and styles available and thousands of satisfied customers.
And then we just wanted something we didn't have to worry about again. And we've seen this at Mad City or that. We thought, wow, that's the way to go.
Plus, ask about durable metal roofing options for a lifetime of maintenance freedom. And now during our Raise the Roof event, 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590. Call now and ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Good for additional savings on new windows, baths, and showers, even kitchen updates. Mad City is ready to go to work for you. And remember, for roofing that looks great and won't leak, we got you covered. From metal roofing that looks like traditional roofing to our high-performance premium roofing systems. They're impact resistant, stand up to high wind, and backed with the Emerald Pro lifetime warranty. Call Mad City Roofing now to eliminate those roofing problems for good, and now take advantage of our Raise the Roof event. 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And if you call during this program, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Sponsored by Clean Lakes Alliance's Lake Forecast Monitoring app.
It was a final goodbye for one small market in Madison today. Small business owner Heidi LaHue owns Rekindled & Company. She's hosted Winnie's Little Market for several years, but now is relocating out of Madison. She says it's been a tough year for markets due to COVID-19, but she's grateful for the support of the community over the years.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. People have come to the Madison Night Market, to the bodega. They come to my home, they shop online, they shop in the store I consign at. So much love. People really like shopping local, so giving them the opportunity to do that has been wonderful. Beyond grateful.
LaHue isn't planning to do markets after leaving Madison, but says she will look at other ways to keep her business relevant. Hannah is now the first hurricane of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center says the storm strengthened to a hurricane this morning. Hurricane Hannah could be the first hurricane to make landfall in Texas during July since Hurricane Dolly in 2008. Usually the first hurricane in the Atlantic does not form until August 10th. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton. We have alert days this weekend.
We do. Today and tomorrow's still alert days. Here's a look at our radar down south along the coast of Texas. You can see a lot of rainfall with Hurricane Hannah. Those showers stretching all the way up through the Houston area, even seeing some rain towards Austin. For us, the focus is on the heat and humidity. This afternoon, it was very hot outside. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to plan on our heat index readings creeping up close to 100 yet again. Notice in the afternoon, though, we start to see a little bit of a cool down off to the west. That's the shower chances that will be building on in for later in the afternoon and evening. We do still have alert days in the forecast, though, for Sunday. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Heat index readings will likely be close to 100 with scattered showers and storms developing later in the day. Right now, those showers starting to pop up towards the cross. Does look like some lighter rainfall. Not seeing any lightning with that, so no thunderstorms currently. Temperatures overnight only dropping to the mid-70s with partly cloudy skies. We may see an isolated shower early in the day well north of Dane County. The main shower and thunderstorm activity comes through in the late afternoon and evening. That is going to rapidly cool us down. Our heat index readings dropping off quite quickly as the storms pass through, but before the storms get to us, notice those temperatures will be close to 90 degrees. We'll see heavier rainfall and some stronger wind gusts throughout the afternoon and evening. Everything tapers off overnight. We have a small chance for an early in the day shower on Monday, mainly east of Dane County, but throughout the afternoon, skies should become partly sunny. High temperatures should be in the low 80s, so it's not quite as warm outside and certainly not quite as humid. A marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. Again, that concern is just for the threat for very heavy rainfall and some higher winds as those storms do pass through. If they come through later on in the day, it could be a little stronger. If they come through a little earlier in the afternoon or earlier in the morning, they won't quite get as warm outside. Looking at our temperature trend for the next 6 to 10 days, not quite as likely that will stay above average. We'll see a little bit of a cooling trend actually for areas south of Wisconsin, so it's the southern edge of the Midwest. Our precipitation trend, though, quite likely that we're going to start to become a little drier as we look ahead to next weekend and next week. We're in quite a dry stretch actually towards the end of our 10-day. Tomorrow will be in the upper 80s for afternoon highs, so very warm and very humid outside with the scattered showers and thunderstorms developing later in the day. A small chance for an isolated shower early in the morning on Monday. And then otherwise, skies will become partly sunny. Notice our high temperatures start to drop back to a little more seasonable trend for the week ahead. We'll be in the low 80s with overnight lows in the lower 60s. And it's quite likely that we will stay dry through the week, the weekend, and into the following week. We aren't really looking at any new systems to bring any rain in. So it could be quite a dry, sunny stretch.
Yeah, that whole trend throughout the whole 10-day.
Lots of sunshine. Yeah, not back to the 90s either. That's the good news.
Thank you so much, Dana. The usual suspects coming up clutch for the Brewers today. Highlights, yes, actual sports highlights coming up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
Seattle's pledge to defund its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise significantly.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
After this weekend, there are just 3 left before the start of a new school year. Whether in person or online, many kids rely on schools for food. The 3 ways you can help eliminate childhood hunger in the Madison area. Join us at 6:30.
Well, no Ryan Braun in today's Brewers lineup. He gets a day of rest, so Christian Yelich is in the DH spot in Game 2 of the season-opening series against the Cubs. Corbin Burns getting the start after struggling in the starting rotation last season, but having a strong spring and summer camp. Tied at 1 in the 4th, Ben Gamble. It is the power of the flow. By the way, if you're confused by the people in the stands, those are actually virtual fans on the Fox Sports national broadcast. That run scores 2, and Gamble is going to make it a triple. He is safe. Brewers take the 3-1 lead. But no lead is ever safe in this series. Top 5 Kyle Schwarber taking that Brent Suter pitch out of there for a 2-run home run. Cubs are within 1. But no big deal. The MVP is here. Christian Yelich answers in the 6th. His first home run of many, we hope. And no doubts, though, from his teammates on that at all, or Craig Counsell after the big win.
We had a bunch of big hits today, but 1-run game after the Schwarber homer made it a 1-run game. So it was a big spot.
He started off, had a, not so good, I guess, spring 2.0. But we all know he's going to hit, he's been doing it for a long time now.
So the series tied at 1 game apiece. Rubber match tomorrow at 1:20. Freddie Peralta getting the call for the Brewers. Tyler Chatwood for the Cubs. The Bucks, though, they're looking like their old selves so far in the brand new game of the NBA bubble. Eric Bledsoe joined the team yesterday, and he did practice, but no playing time today. Pat Connaughton, on the other hand, he still has to join. He has yet to join the team, rather, in the bubble. Some unsung heroes today against the Kings. Brooke Lopez denying Harry Giles in the first quarter. And then later, Giannis and Kyle Korver with a little back and forth. Korver open for the 3. Bucks up 11. Korver knocking down 5 threes in the game. And Giannis, he'll keep the ball moving a little later, this time to Brooke Lopez. He'll splash one in from way downtown, and Bucks looking good. 131 to 123 the final. Korver proving that 39 years old isn't too shabby. Led the team with 22 points. One more tune-up for the Bucks on Monday against the Pelicans before the real deal starts. And for the first time in 287 days, Forward Madison is back. The Mingos kick off their season at North Texas, which you can watch now on TVW tonight at 8 p.m., as well as every game on Forward Madison's schedule. Make sure you catch all 16 of them on TVW, now the official Flamingo station. Amanda, I don't know if you can tell by how excited I am, but it was so exciting to just do some sports highlights, to actually feel like we have some sports again in life in general.
I'll admit the fans in the stands is a little weird still for me, but it is fun.
It is.
It's fun to watch. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Sure.
Yeah, it definitely feels like summer. We're watching baseball and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. And it feels like summer outside right now. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow still. High temperatures will be close to 90 and heat index readings will be close to 100. The afternoon and evening scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop. That's going to help cool us down for the rest of the week. Highs will be in the low 80s, so a little more seasonable, and a nice dry trend kicking off as well.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.